This book is called What's That Sound? And it is by Mary Lawrence and illustrated by Lynn Adams. What's that sound? When I look at the pictures of their faces, those two characters, they do not exactly have happy, excited faces. Let's start. Here we are, said Dad, our home for 2 whole weeks. I looked at my brother Tim. Isn't this place great? I think it's spooky, he whispered. Shh, Dad said. Listen, what do you hear? Not much, I told him. Exactly, he said. Peace and quiet at last. Dad loves the country, said Mom. Me too, I said. Come on, Tim, let's explore. No way, he said. He lowered his voice. This place looks haunted. Don't be silly, I said. There's no such thing as ghosts, you know that. No, I don't, Tim said. But he came with me anyway, about 2 feet. Then he had a fit. Amy, what's that noise? He asked. I heard it too, a high, squeaky sound. Bats! Tim shrieked. I'm out of here! Hold on, I said. I pointed up. That squeaky sound is just baby birds crying for food. The mother bird flew over with a worm, and the cheeping stopped. Well, it could have been bats, Tim said. During dinner that night, we heard a high, tinkling sound. Tim's eyebrows shot up. That's just wind chimes, I told him. It's so quiet here, Dad said. We can even hear that tiny little sound. Isn't that great? Notice that it was a high sound, talking about pitch. Wind chimes make a very high sound. Why does Dad think it's quiet here? Tim asked later. I hear a million scary noises. Name one, I said. That creepy tapping noise, he whispered. He scrunched down under the covers. The sound was coming from the window. I got up to investigate. I don't think you should go over there, Amy, said Tim. It might get you. Don't be a scaredy cat, I said. I pulled back the curtain. See, I said, it's only a moth bumping against the screen. We heard them all the time at camp last summer. Now please, go to sleep. But Amy, Tim groaned. It was starting to rain. Raindrops make a nice, peaceful sound, I said. That will help you fall asleep. I was dozing off when I heard a deep rumbling noise. Thunder. The window rattled. Something is trying to get in! Tim yelled. He was halfway out of bed. And this talks about how after we hear the same sound several times, we get to know what it is. And that's what we were talking about in the other video. Your ears and brain work together to recognize and understand what sounds are. That's just the window shaking, I said. Sound waves from thunder move through the air and make things vibrate. Vibrate? Asked Tim. Move back and forth, I said. I had it in science. Touch your throat like this. Now buzz like a bee. Remember learning about vibrations of your vocal cords? That's what they're doing right now. Wow, said Tim. I felt something moving. Vibrating, I said. Vibrations cause sound waves. Soft sounds make little waves, and loud sounds make big waves, said Tim. That's cool. I like how they're exploring sound now, and Tim doesn't seem so scared. Well, maybe not. But I still say this place is full of scary noises, Tim said. You know what, I said. You make more noise than all the noises in this place put together. Can we please go to sleep? Amy, Tim said, can I sleep next to you? He grabbed his blankets and made a bed on the floor before I could say a word. I said okay anyway. Maybe now I could get some sleep. I was starting to have a wonderful dream when Tim grabbed my foot. Amy, wake up, he whispered. Something's moving on the stairs. It's making a creaky sound. I didn't hear anything. Just cover your ears and go to sleep, I said. Then we heard something smash downstairs. This time, I jumped out of bed. We'd better go see what happened, I said. Tim shook his head. Okay, I'll go myself, I told him. Wait, Tim said. I'm coming. I put my finger to my lips. Tim nodded and we crept downstairs. A bolt of lightning flashed outside. Then came a loud crash of thunder. Tim took my hand and held on tight. The kitchen door was moving. Are you guys scared yet? What in the world do you think is making those noises? Whew! There was Dad holding a fat sandwich. Hope I didn't scare you, he said. Who, us? Asked Tim. We looked at each other. My grumbling stomach was keeping me up, Dad said. Sorry I woke you. I dropped a plate. Are you guys hungry? No thanks, I said. We're too tired to eat. We went back upstairs. Tim finally fell asleep, and so did I. Even the storm couldn't keep us awake. Ah, the peace and quiet, Dad said again at breakfast. Mom smiled. Tim doesn't think it's quiet here, I teased. He thinks every little sound is a ghost. No, I don't, said Tim. Last night I did. That's because I didn't know what was making the sounds. I'm okay now, I think. Good, I said. Then no more talking about haunted houses. No more worrying about ghosts or monsters. Deal? Deal, said Tim. He really meant it. He didn't mention ghosts even once that day. Around sunset, we went outside and caught fireflies. Suddenly, we heard a low, moaning noise. Ooh, ah, ooh. What's that sound? I cried. It was like nothing I had ever heard before. I couldn't help it. I was scared. Let's go find out, Tim shouted and took off across the field. I ran after him. Come back, I yelled. The moaning seemed to be coming from an old shed. It got louder as we got closer. What do you guys think it is? Maybe we should get out of here, I said. I really truly didn't believe in ghosts, but if there were any, they'd sound like this. We can't, Tim said. We made a deal. Remember? No more ghosts. I couldn't believe what Tim did then. He went inside. No, Tim! I cried. Even though my heart was pounding, I went in after him. I had to save him from a friendly old man with a tuba. Guess you two heard me practicing, eh? He said. Mrs. Hubbard can't stand the noise, but I've got to get ready for the big parade tomorrow. I'm the only tuba they've got. Were you scared? Tim asked me later. Scared? I said. Of a tuba? Give me a break. What about you? I wasn't scared at all, he said. Not much, anyway. We both started to laugh. The next day at the parade, Tim and I waved to Mr. Hubbard. Who's that? Dad shouted over the music. Just a friendly ghost, Tim shouted back. Mrs. Hubbard was at the parade too. She didn't seem to mind the tuba one bit. Then the wind blew back her hair, and we discovered why. She had cotton in her ears. See it? She's blocking out those sound waves. Pretty funny. So sounds can seem scary when you don't know what they are, but if you take a little time to explore and learn what they are and teach your brain what it is, they're not really so scary after all.